Man, I miss Stallion P. He was such a beautiful man.
Hang on, I need a tripod.
Back to Licked up, 40 deep, all saved, all serious. Licked up, 40 deep, hey, holla at us if you curious. Licked up, 40 deep, we all saved, all serious. Licked up, 40 deep, come holla at us if you curious. Licked up, 40 deep, all saved, all serious. Licked up, 40 deep, all saved, community, licked up, 40 deep, all saved, all serious. Licked up, 40 deep, all saved, all serious.
Like Craig, clicked up 40 D's all day. Backpack, stay strapped with a dynamite and dress to play for me this morning. The label is read all day.
Hello, pretzels, and welcome to the season premiere of The Tripod with your boys. We all made it to the season premiere, but not all of my teeth, sadly. We're going to kick things off with a new addition. Well, he's made an appearance before, but now he's going to be a regular part of the show. That and because the cats don't know how to knock off a 50-cent piece from my fucking desk, we are bringing Father Fiddy to the show. And as you know, we got a decision to make. Heads, we will talk about NXT first. Tails, we will talk about the shitty AEW. And here we go. Yeah, it's Wednesday night. And you know what that means.
First of all, I was like, how is this a decision? Because there's a pay-per-view we have to cover, so we should get the shittiness out of the way first.
Okay. Well, I guess Father Fiddy agreed with you.
He knew what time it was. My man.
Time to defend every title and pull out all the stops because ATW is insecure going up against NXT. We got the trios tag title match. It's Death Triangle versus the Best Friends with Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy rocking a JanSport to carry around with his All Atlantic Championship. They gave me high school vibes there. Pyro almost burned Pac's arm off as the match starts. Pac went right after Orange Cassidy. A lightning quick action here to type in all the spots would make the tripod 4 hours long, and I'm not nearly drunk enough for that. All kinds of ceizar 316 as these guys murder each other. AEW doing what it does best with tag action. And you got to give the people what they want. Phoenix prevents Pac from using the ring bell. Orange Cassidy almost wins with world's most deadliest move, but Phoenix with a waffle jalapeno and Rikishi driver for the win and retains Ceizar. Hell of a way to kick off Dyna Trash this week. Thoughts? He's watching it right now, huh? It's playing on his TV right now. So hold on a second. Give me a couple minutes.
Wait, we on Stix's Twitter? Oh, thoughts. Oh, thoughts. Yeah. Thoughts. What was it? Oh, man, yeah. Everybody got their shit in this match. This shit smelled ceizar 316 when the music started, Jack. There was dives, there was super kicks, there were Cetro Meadows. This nigga had a book bag. I ain't seen a JanSport in fucking 12 goddamn years. I ain't seen a goddamn JanSport. This nigga got a whole ass new title in the JanSport because he's too lazy to wear that shit. Just walking that shit around in a book bag. One strapping it. Not even double strapping it, just one strapping it to the rack. Fucking Ray Phoenix almost broke Trent's neck again, dropping him on the side of his head.
Right.
Everybody hit their finishers and false finishers and signatures and cracker shit, and Pac went to get the hammer or Doom again. What the fuck is this nigga with a hammer? What the fuck is he doing, man? He got some like secret Lowe's contract he's got to work with? So the motherfucker's got to hit niggas with hammers every week, or he don't get his Lowe's money. I thought it was a good match to start the show. Trios fuck shit. That's just going to happen every week because them belts are new too. Still keeping this feud alive between Orange Cassidy and Pac. Cracker took his belt. Now the Cracker going to try to take his Trios belt. The Best Friends getting no justice for being such a great tag team. Got to keep going out here and losing. While old Orange Cass is getting dubs every other week. The disrespect to the Best Friends. And yeah, we knew they were going to win, so they had to hug in the middle of the match. It was better than most for ATW. I'll give you that. It was better than most.
Well, Stix, like I said earlier, if ATW knows how to do anything, it's tag team matches because that's all they do. Stix, what did you think of the start of Dynamite?
Just like when your boys walk into the big brunch cantina You could smell the essence of Martha's Marijuana Lounge. Well, you could smell the Ceizar 316 before this match started. But I will say this match was a hell of a way to start off title Wednesday, and everybody got their stuff in. I am a little disappointed. I was kind of hoping maybe Tony Skeets is going to make it right. Maybe he was gonna give the best friends Chucky and Trent a bone. Have Orange be the second 2 title holder, but not. I mean, they pointed out the matches that Ray and Penta had, I think, at AAA over the weekend, which from what I saw were pretty good matches that they had. And like Ceizar said, with Pac with his hammer stuff, man, this guy might as well start coming out to like an MC Hammer too. I mean, this guy with his obsession with grabbing the ring hammer and all that, but hell of a way to start AEW and keeping the trios belts on the Death Triangle. I'm okay with it, but I would have preferred to have the best friends win it, because I think they could. Those guys have put in so much work for this company, and have brought so much attention to it, and they're kind of more the homegrowns than Death Triangle kind of is. But hell of an opener for ATW on a Wednesday.
Up next, Mox and Hangman video about their match. Then we get Tony with the Doctor, Hayda, and Rebel, not Reba, announced that one of them will be AEW Women's Champion before the end of the year. Sheeta later. Then we get the AEW Women's Championship matches. Booty Storm versus Hikaru should have stayed in Japan. Right off the start, we almost got some discoloration nation from Hikaru. Props to the cameraman. Common theme the whole match. Hikaru spreading faster than the Rona. I'd be a bigger fan of Hikaru matches if there is a visual chance of a sushi lip hanging out every now and then. Sushi lip. Hikaru is whooping up on Booty Storm. Almost got some peeking brown eye from Hikaru's mega wedgie. Ronda would have picked that out 12 times by now. Booty Storm retains with the Storm Zero. Hater and Rebel attack. The Doctor in Steelers jersey comes out to rub it in. Soraya runs out to fight the Doctor. Speaking of sushi lips, Riho also runs out to help. Clusterfucky man.
Gotta have them all.
More Joe video promo on the Kingdom. Renee with FTR and back. They want the 4th tag team championships to be the AEW tag team championships. Swerve and Keith interrupt. They want a rematch. These teams will face each other next week for the first time ever.
Love to see that.
Sticks. We got Booty Storm versus Hikaru Shida for the championship.
Yeah, this wasn't a bad match. Shida has moments where she can go in the ring, and she looked pretty good in this match. I mean, Tony Storm can go in the ring. She's had a few misses here and there in ATW, but I mean, I'm just chalking that up to ATW. But it was a nice little match they had with former tag team partners. Tony wins, and we got like you said, the Clusterfuckamania on the back. Oh yeah, so, the Doctor came out, had to rub it into the Cincinnati crowd with the Pittsburgh Steelers jersey, and Soraya, she had to show up because I paid her way too much money than what she needs to be, and just bringing more to that, trying to bring more attention to the women's division, which I guess maybe is working. I don't know. I prefer to have it be more focused on Jamie Hayter, since she's over the crowd, and her work, her build up towards the title. But all in all, not a bad women's match for ATW.
Your thoughts on FTR versus Swerve and Keith Lee?
FTR should be good. I mean, we'll see if we're going to get the Swerve and Limitless one split in this match. I don't think they will, but it should be a good match. I mean, FTR, them boys are legends and they can go, so should be a good match next Wednesday.
Swerve and Keith Lee splitting has been my caveat for 6 months now.
That's just like me. That's like me with Roddy finally turning on the Creed brothers. That never happens. And you know the minute you're just like, it ain't gonna fucking happen. Guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna fucking happen.
It's gonna fucking happen.
Ceizar, we got an AEW Women's Championship matches. Booty Storm versus Hikaru Shida.
I mean, it was all right. I mean, there's nothing to write home about, you know, nothing to email about. It's Booty Storm, you know. And they don't train as hard in AT-Dub. That's why everybody's trash every week. I mean, old Skeet said it himself. I think somebody even pulled up that clip after what happened in the main event. I pulled up a clip and was like, yeah, we don't have like a performance center where we can go train every week. Yeah, we know, nigga. So your product sucks. But you know, the diehard fans are gonna jerk off for it, skeeting for skeets. You know, can't help them. You know, they just retarded. They don't know what's going on.
They don't show up for his autograph signing though.
No, there's only 7 fans in line. You know what I'm saying? All right, what the fuck? I want Skeet's autograph for? Got time for no Skeets. I'm in the Booty Storm line. Shit.
It'll be worth more money when they air the dark side of the ring of what's about to happen.
Yeah. But yeah, then they have their match. Ends how it ends. And yeah, the Doc and the squad come out. Paige is under contract, so she's got to come out every week for the next 3 months at least, and not wrestle, but just get into fake fights at the end of the ring. So she gets punched in the lip and the silicone flies out or some shit. I don't know. And then old Riho finally, I guess, got her new passport, got a working visa. Her ass is back over here. Sad that Riho came back before Kate. What? I think it's still under trial. Under trial. Who's running this? Oh, did they dig up Johnny Cochran? Is this going to be like a year-long trial? Oh, these niggas show back up on TV for just beating up old CM trash? You should get a hero's welcome. Nigga, if I was around ATW and I heard it, I was like, who? Kenny and the Young Bucks. What? When the CM trashed his office and whooped his monkey ass and stole his dog? I gotta get them a title. Shit, I gotta create something right quick. Just the nigga's favorite title. That's what that shit gonna be. They all 3 of them get it. They can put it on their mantle like Adam Cole and that bullshit on Hart. Shit. Damn right. I'm gonna have a whole hour-long celebration. Dynamite only gonna have 2 matches. That's in the last hour. The first hour-long celebration is the nigga's favorite title, the Elite. Yeah. And then
FTR.
Keith Lee was sitting in the back, indubitably enjoying some chicken, a slice of watermelon, some great Kool-Aid. It was definitely great, Then all of a sudden Swerve. First of all, FTR was, they were talking. Nothing wrong with LTR. We like Uncle Dax. We like whatever that other cracker's name is who don't wrestle because Uncle Dax is having a singles career. Cash. Oh yeah, straight cash, homie. Yeah, we love straight cash, homie. The strippers love them too. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, they want the AEW tag team titles. I mean, I don't know what for. They don't defend 2 of the goddamn titles they got. But I mean, they want them just because I don't know where the fuck they're gonna put them. Wear them as neck braces or something. I mean, I don't know. Niggas ain't got no more room left. Both arms, their waist, they're white, so they can't wrap it around their dick. They ain't like the hard R's with 15 feet of dick. You can put a title over. I don't know. Maybe Uncle Dax is swinging that way. I don't know. He got a kid. Maybe he's swinging. I don't know. But yeah, old Swerve gonna bring his country ass up there hating. Now Keith has got to put down his 3-piece. He had 2 biscuits. Just received probably a naked text from me and him. I'm gonna bring that sweet dick home, daddy. And he's like, damn, chicken, watermelon, and a hot Asian wife. Like Carl Anderson. Yeah, shut up, hot Asian wife. Yeah. And now he's like, God damn, I gotta go put this chicken down and quit looking at this Asian puss, this slanted puss I got. Now I gotta go walk over here and be like all big Keith Lee, all slow and shit. This cracker. To Swerve all angry. He said he want to fight for the title. Keith Lee's like, big words, thesaurus, nigga. I'm smart, Keith Lee. And so I guess they're gonna fight. Sure, I'm fine with it. I don't care. I can't go to the show because I gotta work late. A friend of mine won 2 tickets. That was the only way I was going to that show. I won't pay for those. So I steal pay-per-views because they're in Norfolk, which is like 10 it's like 10 minutes away from me down here. My friend won 2 tickets on a radio show, but I gotta close, so I won't be at work till like 8 or 9, I think. So I can't go.
I can't wait till each one of us has our own fucking AEW experience to talk about. Like Bretsky, he went, right? He went with
Bretsky went.
Owens.
Uh-huh. No, that was Raw. I don't think that was Dynamite.
Oh, okay. Marvez with Lethal, Sanjay, and Darby in parking garage. Lethal wants a rematch. They know Darby's weakness. They then proceed to fuck up Darby and close garage door on his midsection. Lethal with the figure 4. Tony and Ring. Let's get that out of the way real quick. Ceizar, what'd you think about Darby getting jumped yet again?
Yeah, that's his weakness, Stang won't dare to have his back. But when Stang gets back, all 3 of them niggas is colored. They better be scared, girl. I'm talking real scared. Man, when Stang rolls up with the KKK next week, because you coming to the South, nigga. You coming to the South. They still out here. Okay? When the Klan rolls up with Stang in that bat and they spray paint that bat white, feel sorry for y'all niggas.
Comes to the ring with 2. He has him in a cloth and shit to the ring.
Yeah. Boy, they're going to string up Jay Lethal. They're going to string up Sanjay Dutta. They're going to string up that 7-foot asshole. They're going to get a pure California red oak. They're going to bring in a special tree. The red oaks, man, you can't break them. They're going to plant that shit in the ground just to hang that 7-foot tall cracker from it, bro. Because you just can't hang no 7-foot nigga on no regular oak. The branch gonna break. It ain't strong enough. Okay, this nigga like 7 feet tall, probably 300 pounds. He got to take 8 shits just to get under 320. You know what I mean? They gonna hang that cracker from a damn red oak. Stain gonna spray paint the bat white. You know what I'm saying? He already doing whiteface. The Klan gonna fuck y'all up, man. I feel sorry for y'all. Y'all done brought on the shitstorm. You know that nigga undefeated, right, Sangria? He undefeated. He ain't lost.
I'm still gonna vote against him. No.
He ain't lost, Sangria. He takes no L's. He said, what? Y'all done brought up Darby. All Sting gotta do is make a call. All right, how the call gonna go? He gonna go. He gonna dial KKK. I think it's 5s on your phone. JK and L are in the same thing. He gonna hit 555 and make a call. It's gonna go straight to the head of the Klan. So he got a regular phone, he got the bat phone, and he got the Stang phone. And the Stang phone gonna ring. He gonna be like, hell yeah, brother. We gonna get him. We gonna ride. Oh, one of them's a nigga. You might say the hard R. I don't know if I can say this on YouTube, so I won't say the hard R. But just imagine me every time I'm saying nigga, there's an E and an R at the end. You got a nigga? You got a gas motherfucker? And another red dot or feather? Oh, we in there, man. Peter, get the rope and the red oak. We got some motherfuckers to hang, boy. They gonna ride in straight from the South. It's gonna be dirty.
Hey, Cletus, my gas tank is on.
Damn right.
Cletus,
Damn right.
Cletus, I need some gas money, Cletus, please.
Yeah, Peter and Cletus gonna get the gas. You know what I'm saying? Regina gonna pack them some lunches. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Brandy,
get my good rope. No, not that's the dollar store rope. Get the good rope, the white rope. If
the Lowe's rope.
It ain't.
Yeah, the rope from Home Depot. And they're gonna get the good Kid Rock CD, the one that ain't never been opened. Put that shit in. They finna ride, boy. I feel bad for Jay Lethal. I thought he had a rough jobbing out the crackers on ATW. When the Klan show up, that's worse than brother quarter Henny drunk fucking on Jake's mama. It's gonna be worse than that. It's gonna be worse than that, bro. I feel sorry for them. R.I.P. Hey, Lethal, 2022. R.I.P. nigga.
We've seen
I see you on the
Darby
other side.
fall off of all kinds of shit. We've seen him fall down some fucking concrete stairs, and now he's been trapped under a garage door. What do you think of this whole situation here?
You're gonna see next week how far Sting and his clan members' reach are gonna be, because when Lethal and Sanjay and Curry Kali show up to the arena, the Curry brothers are gonna get deported. First off, they're gonna show up and Kid Rock's all summer long songs gonna be bumping from somewhere in the arena. That's gonna be your first sign of turn around, go back home. You're gonna show up. Lethal's gonna find out that Sanjay and Curry Kali they can't come in because their visas don't check out right. This is gonna lead Jay Lethal, and you know what happens with black people in horror films, right? Well, you apply that to this, because you're gonna have Sting in his white silk hooded robe, waiting for him out in the ring. It's gonna be some burning pyrotechnics. Take that how you want to take that.
With a couple crosses.
Yeah. And Jay's going to be so scared that it's going to allow Darby to come up and attack him from behind. They're probably going to either throw him in a coffin or I don't know, tie him to a cross. One of the two. They're going to carry him out of the arena. That's the last we'll see of Jay Lethal for quite a while.
Fucking Sting. Up next, Tony in ring with Regal. MJF interrupts. I just noticed a fat dude in crowd dressed like Brother Love. Regal knucked up and ready to fuck shit up. MJF tells him to relax. Tranquilo. No. He's going to tell him a story. He name drops Pat Buck and Brian Myers. Says he went to Barclays Center to try out for WWE. Says the pressure was on. Regal even took him aside and told him to sell himself in 3 minutes. Regal said he'd have a job in WWE, but he was too young. Lots of history from MJF and Will. MJF getting real. Says Regal's squashing of his dream made him want to kill himself. He's a generational talent, damn it. Now, and Regal is just an old man who got fired. The tables have turned now. He's about to become the AEW champion of the world. He's better than you, and you know it. Regal tells his side. He said if an email was the roughest part of his life, then he's had it easy, sunshine. Says before MJF was born, he was insulting Tony Schiavone, not putting his hands on him, though. Says MJF hasn't proven anything. If you want to be the devil, then prove it. Regal turns his back on MJF. MJF does nothing. You still have a lot to prove. This was a fucking great segment. I really like this segment a lot. We all know Regal's the man, and MJF can go on the mic sticks. What did you think of this segment here?
This was a really good segment. This might be the this obviously was the best segment on Wednesday night, but it was possibly the best segment all week in wrestling. They keep teasing the MJF face turn, and I mean we're probably gonna get it right up to the end, but then he's gonna show his true colors. But yeah, this was really good. MJF talking about his past tryouts, his past little history with WWE, his history with Will, and the infamous email that he kept as a chip on his shoulder up until he made it to AEW, started becoming big, and basically now uses it as a humor piece. But this was really good. I mean, between both these guys, this was really good. And to tell you the truth, one of these days, depending on how if MJF does resign in 2024, I'd like to see old Willie maybe kind of align himself with MJF. I think that'd be kind of a nice little pairing in the future if they could ever do that. But this was a hell of a good promo for ATW.
Well, just like how Ceizar is still in denial that Roman Reigns is a heel, I'll never believe MJF is going to be a face. Even when they say he's a face. But Ceizar, your thoughts on this incredible segment with old Willie Regal and MJF.
Anyway, I'm part of the one. You can be the two. They got face. Anyway, yeah, this was that segment of the week on this shit brand that we talk about week to week. MJF out there getting the old crowd behind him. Moxley being a boring piece of shit. So the crowd hates it. We'll get to that later. But yeah, I know I saw this interview a couple weeks back. Yeah, this is the MJF face turn. Chris Jericho's like walking him through it. Because he doesn't want to be a face. He wants to stay a heel. But the crowd's behind him because he's so good at being a heel. They're behind him. We've seen it all the time. You know, only the great ones can pull off, being a super heel. The crowd still behind you like 100%. This is going great. People want to see it. Want MJF to win the title. Obviously, we want the redemption from when he had that fucking political MJF run, fighting John Moxley during COVID, where we all wanted it. What you smiling for, McGreen? You know you wanted that shit.
That girl who never stopped smiling is my favorite thing in AEW history. I love that. I miss her so much. I miss her.
Yeah.
She would just stand there and smile the whole fucking
time. And have the gum ready. I
love that character, man. I hope she comes back.
Yeah. Was this like the birth of Smart Mark Sterling, kind of like on TV all the time too?
Was it?
I think it was, because Smart Mark was in the cabinet as well.
Oh shit! Damn, I don't remember him. He was outshined by that chick.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I think this is just the redemption arc of him finally winning the title, which I gotta agree with. I mean, yeah, we wanted it just because we wanted it off Mox at the time, because he was kind of boring when he gets the title, like he always kind of is. He's way better of a chase than when he actually holds it. I guess they were probably right. MJF was just too young at the time to hold it. It was COVID. It's hard to be like entertaining and stuff in COVID and whatnot, unless he was making bets with the chairman drinking wine. That shit was bold. But yeah, I thought this was a real good promo. Everybody performed great. Fucking Regal. What are you gonna say? That man's lived 8 careers by this point. And yeah, they're gonna be finally good when MJF goes full face, because he's, as we'll get to at the end of the show, kind of foreshadowing here. But yeah, it was really, really good.
Up next, Renee with the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass. The Acclaimed are having a titles versus trademark match versus the Varsity Athletes. That's what you were trying to think of, Ceizar, from last week. The Varsity Athletes. Remember the Varsity blonde's name or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Renee sits down with Bryan Danielson and Wheeler Yuta, ask about Bryan losing to Jericho and about Danny Garcia. Wheeler takes umbrage with Bryan's positive comments about Danny, and then he bitches off. Do you guys have anything to say about that, or can I just move on?
Damn, Bryan, I hope.
I mean, I didn't even see the trademark versus the championships match anyway, so.
Ain't nobody watch that shit?
No, nobody. Up next, it's for the Ring of Honor Championship. It's Jericho, the Ocho, versus Dalton Castle. One of my favorites from our Ring of Honor. This guy is so entertaining. Dalton in the granniest of turquoise granny panty trunks. It's also a back brace. Jericho has Hagar in his corner. Tranny Manson, front and center, looking to steal all the attention. Instead of shaking Jericho's hand, Dalton grabs a fresh coat of cheese from his trunks and flips the peacock at Jericho. Dalton fires up the crowd with the boys. Buckethead Hagar distracts. Dalton tosses his boys at him. Dalton and Jericho having a good match. Hagar gang raped by the boys until they took his hat. I like this hat, fucking Hagar says with the purple bucket hat. Dalton with the Julie Newmar submission. This guy is my brother as a wrestler. Jericho with the walls. Jericho and Tranny Manson bumping helmets. After a sequence of rotating arm movements, Jericho turns it into the Judas effect for the retain. The JAS celebrate on stage. All honor to the Ocho. He sets his sight on Angelo Parker. I think that's his name, the Ring of Honor commentator.
Sure.
Jerry Lynn for the save, ECW shout out. Jericho tombstones his ass on the Ring of Honor title. Wow. Yeah, Ceizar, Jericho versus Dalton Castle for the Ring of Honor Championship.
Yeah, man. Cracking Dalton Castle's all about the gimmick. And he pulled this shit off every single time. Comes out with the boys. Yeah, they beating up Hagar, and he goes crazy over his purple bucket hat. Wearing no shirt, just baby old up with a bucket hat on. Him and Dalton, old man Jericho, fight on the outside, fight on the inside. Yeah, pulled this fresh ball cheese, flicked him off in the beginning of the match. Ain't no honor when Jericho is fighting for Ring of Honor. And no, I thought this was a good match. Yeah, pretty good match. Jericho can still have some good matches. Of course, it ain't no banger after banger after banger after banger. But still, man, it's getting you through the show. Pretty good match. I guess just putting more time and air to the Ring of Honor thing. Jericho's trying to tear it down piece by piece, I guess. So we'll keep going on with that gimmick and beat next champions, right? Does he just beat next champion every single match?
He's on a Sheriff Zanka run.
Yeah, he beat Claudio, the which was the champ, and then beat what's that cracker with the face mask shit on when he broke his nose?
It wasn't Dragon Lee. It was
no, it was fucking
Bandito.
No, Bandito. Then he beat that other cracker. I can't remember all their names.
The ring announcer.
Yeah, yeah. But no, it was pretty good. But yeah, even having classics, all these Ring of Honor, ex-champions. Oh, even beat, like you said, beat Daniel Bryan in that tag match. But all these Ring of Honor ex-champions, looks like, yeah, he's going through a hit list of guys. I wasn't mad at the match.
Sticks, it was a Ring of Honor championship. Jericho versus the flamboyant Dalton Castle.
Ladies and gentlemen, and pretzels, if you got a chance to watch this, you got a chance to see Dalton Castle at his finest. This man lives the gimmick. This man is a jewel in Ring of Honor. How he's able to use the boys and specific parts of the match was awesome. And this guy can wrestle. I mean, obviously they made a point of it, like his history in wrestling and grappling. The announcer that from Ring of Honor, Ian Riccaboni, is a man that they have brought. Between him and Caprice Coleman, they alternate them. And yeah, this was really nice. It was nice to see Dalton Castle on national television put on a heck of a good match with a man that in his older age is still not putting on bangers, but are putting on good matches. I mean, having a really good match with Jericho, that helps your career, and they can go back to that whenever Ring of Honor gets their television deal. Afterwards, Jericho still leaned into the destruction of Ring of Honor and the birth of Ring of Jericho with the possible attack on Riccaboni, but then going against attacking a former Ring of Honor champion, Jerry Lynn. But all in all, not bad. Glad to see Dalton Castle get a little shine on national TV.
I love how Dalton Castle has his own minions, like fucking Gru from Despicable. He's just tossing him out the fucking ring at that guy. It was hella funny. Oh man, he's awesome. I hope he's in the game. We can all hope. Up next, Christian Cage.
It'll be DLC.
I hope. Dark Saurus and Jungle Boy video package. Jade and the Baddies still searching for Nyla and the TBS championship.
I don't know how they missed that big bitch.
To Tony Skeets to get Nyla's fat ass out to the ring, or she'll hijack Rampage. Now we have the main event for the AEW championship. It's Higia Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page. Regal back on commentary. Hangman can't wait. He attacks immediately, leaping off shit Sting style. And the free space on your AEW bingo card, Mox is bleeding. Mox tells Hangman to bring it. We got insults, blood, and figure fours. Woo! At least these are two guys who can go. At least these are two guys who deserve this spot. At least these are two AEW main eventers who won't act like little bitch teenagers with bruised egos at the press conference. But I digress. Vintage Mox with the back rake. Goat Stomps as well. Curious if MJF will come out for this. Oh shit, they just smash cut to empty skybox. Great timing, cameraman. Is Ten Cunts commentating this? Hangman with the launching fall away slam off the top rope. Mox with the King Kong lariat. JBL got a boner. The Doc checks on Hangman. It was a gnarly lariat. The ref calls for the bell. Mox retains. Regal comes down to the ring. Fuck shit about to go down, right? I sense fuckery in the air. Is this a shoot or not? Taz distraught. Mox on the mic basically says this isn't ballet. They try to censor Mox saying shit. Calls out MJF. Oh shit, I guess MJF cashing his chip in. Regal's shocked. Geez, I guess this is happening. MJF shoves Chip at Regal and then grabs Mike and says he wants Mox at 110% instead of 50%. He's cashing in at full gear. He's going to earn it for the first time in his life. Mox and Regal laugh. I guess Mox cursed a lot because the audio cut out a lot. Mox says MJF has earned a date with Destiny. Hopefully Hangman is okay. Hopefully this is a work. Jesus, update on Hangman. He suffered a legit concussion. Fuck. Sticks. The main event. The main event of Dynamite. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But what were your thoughts?
Yeah, we were setting up for something pretty good. Like you said, both guys worthy of the main event spot. It took off really well, and then we had an accident, and then it just became time to fill TV time. And between Mox cussing and cutting out the audio getting cut out, Taz and the rest of the announce crew kind of trying to not to bring attention to it, but Taz kind of like, trying to figure out if Hangman's okay, because obviously Taz has suffered a good amount of injuries in the ring, like he pointed out to. The MGF back and forth from where we started Dynamite to the end. I mean, it sucks. I mean, it really sucked. I mean, obviously Mox was going to retain, but Hangman was gonna probably put on a good main event match with Mox, look strong, and then it would have been interesting to see going forward with the loss where Hangman would have went. It's gonna be even. Hopefully he's gonna be okay, because I mean we're still waiting on Adam Cole to come back from the concussion he suffered at Forbidden Door, and from what you read on the internet, nobody knows. I mean, the doctors could clear him tomorrow, and he could be fine, or he could be still out for weeks to months. So hopefully he gets clearance. Hopefully we see Hangman back in a couple of weeks, and hopefully he's back to drinking beer and buckshotting bitches, but just not the way you wanted it to end on a title Tuesday for AEW.
Well, Ceizar, week after week, month after month, AEW is proving to be the most dangerous promotion to work for, apparently. What were your thoughts on this fucking main event?
Yeah, started off a good match, showing some fire, fighting in the crowd. Mox likes to walk through the crowd, predictable. Hangman said, fuck this shit. I ain't got time for this fuck boy. All the way, walk his lazy ass to his ring. I'm going to whoop his ass right now. And of course, it's that time of the month, so Mox is bleeding. He's got to get that shit out. Didn't have no fresh tampon in his jacket or his pocket. Just came to the ring with the title and a bottle of water. And then, keep fighting, keep going around. Hitting moves, crazy shit off the top, suplexes, fall away slams. Real good match leading up. And then, Hangman catches that clothesline. Gets a mean-ass concussion. And so, now he's going to be on the shelf for a minute. And they had to fill the time with MJF.
Ceizar, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I don't know if it was on Rampage or because I did see a tiny bit of Rampage, or if it was on SmackDown, but somebody hit a similar lariat, and one of the commentators said, "It's all about the follow through. It's all about the follow through," kind of like because it took place after what had happened.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not sure if it was on Rampage or SmackDown.
I bet 9 out of 10 it was on Rampage.
It might have been JR, actually. It might have been
It
JR.
probably was. It probably was JR. Yeah, but I'm sure it's all about the follow through. Once again, you know, niggas ain't got no PC. It'd be training fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? And then, I mean, it's like I said in the chat, you shut your bitch ass up, nigga. When you fucking sign that AEW contract, you are signing yourself one mean trip to the hospital within that contract year date, baby. Adam Cole, baby. Bobby Fish twice, baby. Kyle O'Reilly, baby. Adam Cole, baby.
Kenny
Kenny Omega, baby. The Bucks,
Ruby Soho.
the Bucks, baby, separately. Yeah, Ruby Soho numerous times.
Chris Statlander.
Chris Statlander. Man, who the fuck am I forgetting? I think Eddie Kingston didn't get fucked up. The Doctor has been there a couple of times. Her nose seemed to get broke quite a bit, and her leg, and her arm. I mean, you are signing away a piece of your life to visit that hospital in the sky.
The Kickstarter for Paige's funeral is up right now. Just
pretty much. Paige is fucked up jumping into this place, so she about to be all kinds of screwed and chopped. Daniel Bryan. Remember he couldn't wrestle at Forbidden Door. Daniel Bryan. You fucking yourself over. So if you want to go ahead and do that, go right ahead. Fuck your couch.
Oh, Trent.
Trent.
Kip Sabian.
Kip Sabian gone for a minute. Hell, Penelope Ford. She was gone too.
Marco just died. They didn't fire him.
Right.
He fucking died. He's buried under the ring.
He's still on TV, but old Christian Cage got his arm up in a slang. Didn't Miro get fucked up too? And he was gone for a while.
Probably.
It's just sad. It's sad. You guys will never be at full strength because somebody's always getting that rotating hospital door. So, go over there if you want to.
It was actually a tribute. Cody injured himself in WWE as a tribute to AEW.
AEW.
One last one, guys. One last
run before I get all fucked up. But yeah, man, wild, crazy shit.
Well, we're gonna take a small break, ladies and gentlemen, because I gotta piss. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the tripod where we are introducing stixadam's Impact.
We on the night, hear us screaming louder. Can you see the
Well, gentlemen, we are, I think, 2 to 3 weeks past Bound for Glory. This week on Impact, the main event, we had the OGK, otherwise known as the Kingdom, Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, with Maria Bennett Kanellis in tow, taking on a trip back from the 2000s, Rhino and Heath, for the Impact Tag Team Championship. And just like we had figured, when we saw the Kingdom show up on AEW, the rumors had come out, contract was up. Everybody knows how Impact does stuff, tape stuff in advance that we got out. The Kingdom lost. So Heath and Rhino are your new Impact Tag Team Champions. But afterwards, we hadn't seen Eddie Edwards since losing to Josh Alexander for the Impact World Heavyweight Championship at Bound for Glory. There's a lot of rumors going around. What's going to happen to Honor No More? Were they still together? Were they going to disband? What happened? Eddie Edwards shows up afterwards. Starts asking everybody, are you still faithful to Honor No More? The Kingdom, they said they were. Kenny King said he was. we started getting to Vincent and PCO. Vincent didn't give an answer, and Eddie Edwards called out PCO, basically saying he wasn't a monster, he was a bitch. And that started the implosion of Honor No More. PCO started attacking everybody and stood tall while the rest of Honor No More were laid out in the ring. So out of that, I'm taking that Honor No More is essentially no more. And it'll be interesting to see where we go forward, because Kenny King is signed up for the X Division Championship, which Frankie Kazarian was the X Division champion. Exercise option C. He will be taking on Josh Alexander at the next Impact Plus, Impact Insiders YouTube pay-per-view for the Impact World Heavyweight Championship. Kenny King is part of the, I think, 8-man tournament to crown the next X Division champion. So now it will be interesting to see who's left from Honor No More. Well, that will be an Impact, and also where we go forward with Eddie Edwards. So that, ladies and gentlemen, Pretzels, is your Impact highlight of the week.
Couple of notes here. I like how Frankie is doing way better in Impact than he was in fucking AEW. That's pretty cool. I like seeing the Elite Hunter in the main event scene. And also, I think the audience should have been tipped off that the Kingdom was joining AEW when Maria pulled out a sack of Tony Skeets' Coke and fucking threw it. And
Threw it on the crowd.
They taped all these. They taped like Bound for Glory and all this stuff in like a weekend.
Mhm.
So I don't know if the rumors were even abound that they were AEW bound. I don't know if even during that time, if the rumors of interest in Matt Taven and by WWE was about, but I didn't know how long their contracts were. I don't know if anybody really knew how long a lot of their contracts were, but I would have preferred them to lose to like the Motor City Machine Guns and an OG tag team for Impact. But Heath and Rhino, they made a promise before Rhino got taken out by Impact, well, not by Impact, but by Honor No More, that they were going to be tag team champions by the end of the year. They made more good on their promise.
Fucking Heath, he's swole, man. He's getting swole. He wants that comeback. He's gonna fulfill the 3-man band prophecy, come hell or high water. And PCO motherfucker looks like Frankenstein. He's like, fire bad.
Yep.
That's some good shit, folks. But now we are gonna talk about the A show. It seems like a million years ago. NXT. Of course, the go home show where you're gonna do a highlight version. Ceizar, your highlights from this past week's NXT.
But let's be real. There's only one highlight you need to talk about from the N, the X, and the T. And that's Mama Rhea pinning Roxanne in the middle of that ring. It was the opening match. You got Roxanne out there thinking she gonna do something, Booker T cheering her on. You got Mama Rhea out there putting her in them pins. Got her ass cheeks hanging out, legs all in the air, looking like your favorite scene you got saved on your phone when you're in a pitch and you got 5 minutes on the shitter at work and the hot girl got her cheeks out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Chef's kiss. Why can't we get this on Raw? I mean, this is the kind of shit you need on Raw. The show's called Raw. You know what I'm saying? That's like, it's Raw. You know what Raw is? Fucking with no condoms on. The good shit. Good feels. We need more of this on Raw. I need Rhea spreading the cheeks of all these bitches on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. You know what I'm saying? She about 5 minutes from wearing, the fake penis in the shorts. When she pins them, she slips it in one good time. So they squeal when they get the 3. They don't want to kick out. She giving them that good shit. Yeah. Yeah. This is a highlight. That's all y'all need to know. That was the best part of Tuesday from N, the X, the T.
6, your highlight of the week for the NXT show.
Well, staying with the theme of former NXT superstars coming back for a nice little visit. We had Shinsuke Nakamura being the man that Tony, the Dawn of NXT, decided to put up against Stax. Shinsuke came out, the crowd started singing the song. We had the nostalgia factor. It felt like 2-3 years ago. I felt like a younger Stixie Drip with a little bit more hair on his head and a little bit drunker watching NXT. Shinsuke showed up because we hadn't seen Shinsuke on the blue band for quite a while. So it was nice to see the artist, Shinsuke Nakamura, show up, put on a match. Stax, he put up a little bit of a fight. He did good. He told Shinsuke to bring it before he got that final Kinshasa. Wow. Shinsuke picked up the win, looked at Tony D, was like, hey, where's my yen at? Where's my yen at? Where's my money at? And young Tony found out he has somebody. He has a guy. He has a young and up and comer. The family's in good hands with Stax by his side. So that Shinsuke Nakamura returning to NXT is my highlight of Tuesday night NXT.
A staple on the tripod for months. We saw Pretty Deadly. Yes, boy, in the boardroom with the tripod favorites, hard R's. And the highlight, motherfuckers were wearing shirts. Oh my God. Breaking.
He had it open.
They had clothes on for the first time ever. They tucked their 15 feet of dick in their pants, getting classy to sign the contract for the tag team championship match for next week. Will be tag team title Tuesday coming up this week. Another honorable mention I want to say is the disdain that Booker T has for Lizzo does.
So good.
He hates that motherfucker.
You see that tweet where somebody wrote
That guy
Booker T showing his homophobic. This ain't gonna go over good.
Another funny line that Booker had in there was when Vic gets way too excited about Halloween. Vic wants him and Book to dress like bacon and eggs, and Book says, "Tell me you didn't just say that." But now we are moving on to the premium live event. Halloween Havoc happened last night. Man, what a fully loaded fucking pay-per-view this is. Here we go. We kick things off with the Chucky intro. I get the caveat already. No, I was kidding. I wonder if the voice of Chucky has done anything else. How much is he getting voicing this Halloween Havoc? Fruit Bootius and Shotzi kick things off on stage. And now, North American Championship ladder match. Mello versus White Collie versus Nathan Frazier versus Black Broccoli versus Oro Mensa. Trick Hefner on balcony intros Mello. Frazier and Oro fucking murder Mello with the ladder. Frazier, the star of the start of this match, first to go for the title as well. Oro stops him. Book mentions when Joey Mercury got his face fucked by a ladder back in the day. White Khali there taking up space. Ladder shenanigans cue the not censored holy shit chants. God, I got a lot of notes. Trick positions ladder under Oro's head so Mello can hit that no-look rebound leg drop. Fucking Nathan did a backflipping Russian leg sweep off the second rope, and both men land on the end of a ladder. That looked like it hurt like a motherfucker. Trick Willie tossed Oro off top of ladder. Looked like Oro may have undershot the landing and hit his head on the ring apron.
He almost died.
Everyone checked on him like right afterwards. He was okay apparently. The guys were there waiting to catch him, but you know he overshot it or undershot it.
He undershot. Yeah.
Trick and Mr. Stone now try to get the title, giving Ceizar the low hanging fruit.
First of all, when he threw the cracker off the ladder, I got the low hanging fruit. He interfered then. So
I'm just gonna call him Orko. Orko's still alive, thank God. White Collie throws ladder on the guys on the outside. Then he could have used it. He could have used it to climb. There, he even bypasses the ladder that was already in the ring to fucking make a ladder bridge. And I think he hit a fan with the fucking ladder was setting it up. Because I saw it in the family like this, and the whole crowd's like, asshole. Mixed bridge ladder barricade, only to have Frazier splash White Khali right through that fucking setup ladder. These fools gonna need some Tylenol after this. Entire crowd and Earth don't want White Khali to win. Holy Mother of God, White Khali threw Wesley out of the ring onto announcer's table, which he bounced off of. Talk about the holy shit moment of the whole pay-per-view. Smash cut to all the fat fans and crowds with their O faces. Mission now from everyone to take out White Khali. Frazier and Orko beat him down, then fight at top of ladder. Mello ends up climbing ladder, but Wesley lives. He takes down Mello. Ladder was pushed through setup ladder, making bridge across ropes. Wes meteors Mello onto the ladder bridge. He falls out of the ring, though. He was trying not to. He did get himself back in to climb, to win, and new North American champion, Black Broccoli. I mean, how you not going to give this to beer cheese? I gave this 8 pretzels with the beer cheese. Mello don't miss. He puts on the show. This was a hell of a kickoff to fucking Halloween Havoc, Ceizar. What did you think of this incredible North American Championship ladder match?
This was a great match. I think you're lowballing it with the beer cheese. I mean, with the number you gave it beer cheese. I think you're lowballing it a little bit. That's just opinions, though. We all got opinions, like we all got assholes. You know what I'm saying? So who gives a shit? But this match was great. This was a great kickoff stuff. Like you said, we got dudes like Mello don't miss. We got dudes like Orko, Ricochet with hair. Actually, yeah, Ricochet with hair because Ricochet's got power too. He's got power game too. You got this cracker Nathan Frazier, flippy dippy, pretty much Mexican Seth Rollins. No, I think Seth Rollins is Mexican. Whatever, you know what I mean by Mexican. Cracker high flying, doing cracker shit everywhere. We don't care about White Khali. And then we got we don't care about. And then we got your boy Wes, who we know was out here in them streets doing work. Out here, great tag match. He's made a great transition to single star, and everybody got their shit in. And you know Wes had to win because we all know the rules. Man who takes the most punishment in these things is usually the asshole that's gonna win. There's always exceptions to the rule, i.e. the Grayson Waller from the other ladder match.
Fucking broke his arm.
Fucking looked like he broke his arm. The Grayson Waller rule, if you want. Cameron Grimes did take some pain in that match, though. But motherfucker got thrown from the ring to the desk.
Bounce. And
we all know the bouncing is what hurts. It ain't if he'd have landed and broke through flat, probably would have not as hurt as bad as the bounce and hitting the back barricade and then hitting the ground. Jesus. And this was only like 5 minutes after Orko almost killed himself undershotting that spot with Trick Willie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought that cracker was dead. And then I was like, oh, I know this nigga dead. There's a homicide. A white man is killed a Negra on TV, and Shawn Michaels probably had his dick out. And Stang definitely had his dick out if he was watching the product because he just saw a white man absolutely schmurder a Negra. Yeah, go ahead, you racist bitch.
Ceizar, I made up for the whole thing when I hugged Wesley when he came to the back to make sure he doesn't sue. I mean, to show my love for him.
Yeah, you like you was about to kiss him, you
give him that title.
Yeah, but we all know how that match ended. You racist fuck. It ended with nigga, oh nigga, in the middle of the ring with Mello and Wes. It wasn't Mello. It wasn't Wes and Khali or Wes and that European nigga because he European. He more white than nigga. And it didn't end with Nation Frazier. No, it ended with nigga on nigga, 200% slaves on 23andMe. And in that ring, them niggas take a 23andMe test. They just gonna send back a pound of cotton. Because that's how nigga they is. Okay, they's 100% field. I know that's what you had planned the whole time, you fuck boy. You
Oh
had
my
it planned
God.
for nigga on nigga to end that match.
Yeah.
And when one nigga putting another nigga through the ladder and a nigga grabbing that title, then you want to kiss him. You want to kiss him like you cotton candy, and this is one of your house slaves on Django. You racist motherfucker. See, Triple H gives you the point. You look cool, but now you damn near making out with niggas in the backstage talking about, I love you, nigga. I ain't gonna charge you for all the t-shirts. I'm gonna have the hard R's, pick all the cotton for your nigga, and we gonna put on shop.com. I'm gonna put it in there, the hard R's, even if they win the tag titles, they owe you at least 30 pounds of cotton for your t-shirts that we gonna put on fucking shopzone.com. Man, fuck. I knew it was you. I seen you. I see you at every turn. See, you almost as bad as Stang. You ain't as bad as Stang, because Stang be actually beating on niggas. But you ain't, you almost. Still, I gave this match, I had to give another match to Beer Cheese, even though I hated it. I had to reach down to the souls of my mind. I hated the end of a certain match, but I had to give this the mustard, salt, and the little cayenne pepper. So this is about as close as I get.
Your beer cheese?
No, it did not. It did not. It had the beer cheese. It had the beer cheese until I watched a certain match, and I went over that match. I had to watch them both back. I actually watched them both back again to make sure I made the right choice. And I
We're
feel like
talking about the match I'm thinking about. I had difficulty too, but because a certain someone was in it, I was like, nah,
but
nah,
I gotta take that shit out. I gotta take that shit out.
I refuse.
This match got the 9 mustard, salt, and cayenne pepper sprinkled on that shit with the caramel sauce. It was just this close. This close to getting the beer cheese.
I can't believe it. Sticks. What were your
You
thoughts?
gave it an 8. This was a 9. This was a 9.
Disrespecting Mello over here. Go ahead, Sticks.
Disrespect Mello. I gave it a 9. He gave it an 8.
Disrespect.
Well, gentlemen, I like these type of premium live events, especially when they start off a match like this, because I can go ahead and give this my 9 in the beer cheese, and after that, we're smooth sailing. But I'm just gonna say this: could you imagine, like Ceizar had brought up, I believe it was like 2-3 weeks ago, if instead of White Khali, we had fucking Axiom in this? Could you imagine the fucking shenanigans, the fucking spots, the near finishes, the flips, the dips, the everything that we would have had? We would have had Axiom in this.
I thought you were going to say Andre Chase.
It still would have been better. Still would have been better.
Still would have been.
All right, the only spot Great Khali had was killing Wesley.
That made me actually go like I was clutching my pearls. When I saw, I was like,
you have to, bro. When I saw it, I was like, "Oh, that nigga dead. That shit hurt."
And that was the only good thing that Von Wagner was good for, was just that spot. Outside of that,
one spot.
It could have been. You could have had him off the card, sit in the back and catering with Superman Stone to decide on what they were going to do next week. But this was a hell of an opener for Halloween Havoc. Everybody got their moves in, and it came down to the 2 men. One of them who I picked to win, and obviously didn't, but who is ready for the main event roster. Raw, SmackDown, wherever he goes, this man is ready. But like you had already said, this was the good ending to the Wesley solo, building his way up to this match. Now, as if it's the Wesley that I know from the Rascals on Impact, this man's gonna do good in NXT as a solo guy. We're already seeing it. Now that he has the title, the spotlight's on him. Now it's time to go. And I can't wait to see him as North American champion Maybe we're gonna get maybe a few appearances on Raw and SmackDown as a guy to bring a little shine, to face some guys on Raw and SmackDown. That would help him out along with NXT. But if I'm gonna lose and have a wrestler win, it would be Wesley, and I can't wait to see where they go with him. And this match was a hell of a start for Halloween Havoc.
What was your official rating?
9
beer cheese. Okay. At least we're saying. Up next, the Druids bring out a casket. Then we get Toxic A arrive at the token NXT Haunted House, which I did not know was going to happen until the pre-show, where they announced they saw Alba standing in front of it, speaking her English nonsense. JC's scared. Well, she's Scottish, right? JC's scared as the three head in with flashlights, which will stop working at some point. Some dude in costume touches JC's shoulder and gets punched for it. It's going to be funny if Dex makes a cameo. We got to see the zombie ref, right? They split up just because that always works in horror movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
JC walks into weird screening with mannequins. Alba kidnaps her. Gigi walks into dining room where actual Chucky, motherfucking doll Chucky, is in this fucking segment, motherfuckers. Alba gets her and shoves her into a fridge. 2 down, 1 to go. Mandy walks by piano that plays like an organ. Alba finds her and hits her with bat. Dramatic music plays as they fight by a well. Alba shoves Mandy and SUV and beats down Gigi and JC once again. We lead into the casket match with Styx. What do you think of the NXT Haunted House making its third appearance on the third Halloween Havoc? Is it third or fourth? Third? It's third, right? Okay.
Third.
Because Dexter was in the first 2, right? Because Cameron Grimes and then
Yeah. This was good. I mean, this was something that, I hope Halloween Havoc just as a pay-per-view as something just specifically for this premium live event. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I mean, if you're gonna do it, lean into it. Let's go with it. And you can integrate it with a certain match. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Even JC made the comment of why splitting up never works. Why are we doing this? And Mandy and Gigi basically told her quit being a scaredy cat. We're gonna find her, and if you find her, scream. Yeah, that's gonna work out.
That always works.
That's gonna work real well. But it was a nice little haunted house segment that we had at Halloween Havoc. I'm not mad at it. I was sports entertained with it, so I liked it.
And if they were black, one of them would have died.
Them bitches would have been got. Would have got.
Ceizar, I don't know why when I was watching this, I enjoy the haunted houses. Don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. My mind wandered for some reason, thinking, do you remember when fucking Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton fought in like some kind of Remember it was like a broken down house or something? There's a refrigerator and shit. What was that shit?
That was like some haunted terror fuck shit. I'm gonna Google it right now.
You remember that, Sticks?
God damn it, hold on.
Because he set the thing on fire and then
No. He set Bray Wyatt's house on fire where Sister Abigail was. That's the house he set on fire. They fought in a fucking completely different house.
It was like a Section 8 repossessed fucking.
Bro, yeah, everything was run down. It was like some open box fridge in there that was trash.
It was post Hurricane Katrina house.
It was a house that the Property Brothers weren't even going to touch the remodel.
I don't know why I just thought of that, but yeah, that was, man, Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton have been through some kooky ass fucking storylines and matches. I wonder if they're like best friends in real life or some shit.
House of Horrors match.
Yeah, there you go. House of Horrors.
Yep.
Well, sorry, I digress, Ceizar. What did you think of this haunted house segment?
Yeah. I was sports entertained with it as well. They ride up there in the range. They just left the keys in there. So you mean tell me you in Florida, bitch, driving up to a creepy ass haunted house in a Range Rover? Let's just for shit take. And Gria can probably regale you guys by getting the creepy eyeball while I just Google something right quick. Range Rover cost.
You
Right up.
see, Ceizar, we got that haunted house on a hell of a deal. It was buried on a bunch of migrants' bodies. I mean, it was cheap in the foreclosure of 2018. We
All
got
right, we good. I Googled it. Yeah,
Okay.
bitch rolled up in $100,000 car and left the keys in it running in Florida, in probably a bad part of Florida because they were in Orlando. Orlando's kind of like New Orleans. There's white side and black side. It ain't no haunted house in the white side of fucking Florida unless there's 18 crackers working in it, probably making $12 an hour, complaining and probably linked to Disneyland because they run shit down there. So yeah, this is very plausible. That $100,000 car just gonna be sitting there. You see 3 white bitches get out of it and to go fight another white bitch inside of the house. So let's be real. Let's be real. But I was sports entertainment.
Put some Keith Lee snake on that. White.
Yeah. Yeah, white. I mean, you know, you got to take this shit with a grain of salt, like you take Mello and that bullshit barbershop. But I digress. I don't want to go there right now. I digress. That has nothing to do with this. You already lost. I'm not gonna shit on him again. But yeah, okay. But yeah, I was sports entertainment. And then this bitch, you know, her bat is red because she's almost getting racist. She feels the hate. Red is for the hate, like Darth Vader is flowing through it. She gonna just start getting racist soon. She lucky there's just a lot of white people in NXT because if this was like Lash Legend, she'd have hit that bitch in the head with the bat. Let's be honest. She'd have channeled her inner Stang, hit that bitch in the head, and let Chucky like stab her in the neck 18 times and put it up her butt or something. I don't know. But see, she hitting bitches with bats and shit and kidnapping bitches. I mean, she also, that's assault and battery, kidnapping, Grand Theft Auto, stole the bitch car. Probably ain't put no gas in it. Mandy left her running. I don't know how many miles to the gallon the range gets. You know, bitch could have been driving it around all day. You know, Mandy ain't changing the oil in that bitch. Yeah, I said it. Y'all women don't take care of your cars. I said it. You know, shit probably got like 85,000 miles on it. You know, Mandy ain't never had an oil change in that motherfucker.
Fucking Starbucks cups all over the ground.
Yeah, you know, right? All Starbucks cups and water bottles all over the back seat.
It's probably an electric Range Rover, probably.
You know what? You dare if it's electric range, it's probably 120 grand. But yeah, it passed some time while the Druids. We gonna talk about that when we get there. While the Druids set up the casket for the casket match.
Speaking of which, the casket match, it's Afro Strange versus Grayson Waller. Pretty even match to start. They fight up the stage by the wheel. Book said at some point, "Don't sleep on this kid, Nathan Waller."
Yeah, I seen that shit.
They fight over towards the announcer's desk. This is where Grayson stabs Apollo's eye with Vic's pin. Do you feel some blame for that? Book asked Vic. Looks like Apollo was trying to suplex Grayson off turnbuckle through casket, but Grayson attacks Eye again and shoves Apollo through the casket. Who wins? Lights out. Apollo gone. Comes back with Druids and backup casket. Waller likes anime women sign in the audience, I noticed. Apollo goes nuts on Grayson, rolls Grayson into new casket. Grayson escapes and fights Apollo in the casket. They both in casket. Apollo tosses Grayson out of casket onto floor. Frog splashes him. Grayson able to save himself from casket with a rolling stunner. Mocks the Undertaker. Apollo able to counter his fuck shit. I like how there's pillows in the casket, by the way. Apollo slams Grayson in the casket. Apollo slams doors shut. He wins. 6 pretzels. Ceizar, what'd you think of this casket match? I think Book,
I wrote
Book deserves all the pretzels for this.
Oh shit! Oh, you said casket again. I just kept sipping every time you said casket.
And then a real casket. No.
Yeah, eat a dick. It's my turn. I gave this a 6 as well. Wasn't really super impressive. I still don't know how this nigga gets more powers. How does he have Druid controlling powers? How does this nigga disappear? Well, I know how he disappeared when it turned the lights out. His dark ass just like got out of the casket. But you can't see this nigga because he's wearing black pants and he's darker. He's darker than fucking midnight. So they turned the lights out, and he just didn't smile or probably closed his eyes, so you couldn't see any white in his face. And then he just ran away like a goddamn Batman. Some fuck shit. Then he got 12 more druids walking some dead ass casket out. He's halfway up the ramp. You know what I'm saying? Eating some chicken, hanging out with the fans, signing autographs. I was like, what? Nigga was just dead like 2 minutes ago. Like, it's only been like, 2 minutes in the dark. Grayson Waller don't know what the fuck's going on. He's stuck on the top. So you don't want to slip and bust his ass. Now these crackers got a whole new casket out. They fighting and shit. Yeah, I mean, it was all right. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing special. Nothing to write home to mom about. Shit, I think niggas was probably taking a piss during this jank. Especially, I'd just been pissing right there somebody's back when they turned the lights out. I'd have been like, he did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all right.
This was a pretty underwhelming conclusion to this fucking. I guess it has to be concluded, right? What did
technically they're only 1-1, so they haven't had a third match.
They're 1-1, so
yeah,
might get a third match.
What'd you think, Stix?
I gave this 5, and that's basically only because of Booker's announcing. I mean, the when he threw him through the casket, Booker's like, "That's over. It's over. Grayson win." It was like, Vic's like, "No, he's got to close the lid on him." Well, it should be over. I mean, he put him in it. Like, no,
hold on, man. No, what we doing here? This is over.
Yeah. Then we had the lights out, and then Afro Strange standing in front of a bunch of dudes. I mean, it's like, is this Dark Taker? I mean, is this the Dark Taker? I mean, then as they had to move them and have the action on the other side of the ring as the druids bring the new casket, move the old casket, broken one out of the way, move the new one in. And yeah, like you said, I mean, there wasn't very much that stood out in this, even like move wise or anything. I mean, you kind of knew going in this match, unless they're super, super really behind Grayson, but they're not going to do that to Apollo. You knew Apollo was going to win this, and he did. Threw him in that deluxe triple XL casket that you may try to find at Walmart or Lowe's, but you damn well know as soon as that thing hits the website, it's already sold out within 2 minutes of it hitting the website. Mm-hmm. So I mean, this obviously evens the score. So maybe we're going to get a conclusion on NXT TV, or maybe we'll get another one at a pay-per-view in the future. But like you said, very underwhelming into this match, and just it's underwhelming in itself. Like you didn't know what kind of match they had unless you watched the
pre-show, probably, right?
Yeah, because they spun the wheel during the pre-show, and of course, one time I don't watch the pre-show.
I didn't watch it either.
Find out why when they're bringing it out, I was like, oh, okay, shit. I guess they did. I guess they went ahead and did this shit going forward. I didn't know if it'd be one of those fun right before both guys walked out, but like you said, very underwhelming. And I guess congrats to Apollo for evening the score.
Shame on me. I should have noticed when they brought. When you go to your local supermarket and they have all those generic ass piñatas hanging up there. Like it looks like the Flash, but he survived a fire. Like the first casket they brought out looked like one of those generic fucking piñatas. I was like,
it looked janky as fuck when they brought out. That ain't holding nobody.
It looked like a generic piñata. We all should have realized that was not the real one. But up next, it's Chase U segment, and guess who's a transfer student? Old Dookie, he doesn't have a gig anymore. He's out from under the table. So now, motherfuckers in Chase U. Bodie is all kinds of upset. Duke answered a Halloween Havoc trivia question, and I guess he's the new star student favorite of Chase U, but Bodie ain't having it. I like that. It's pretty cool. Gives Duke something to do. Pretty Deadly with Kinsey backstage. Katana and Caden approach. They talk about Tag Team Tuesday. Sticks. Side play check. Next, it's the Weapons Wild match. It's Cora Jade versus Roxanne Perez. Cora armed with Malik's blade headed to the ring. Roxy drags out trash can containing a skateboard. Cora keeps tossing shit at Roxy and she bats it away with the skateboard. Roxy beats Cora on the skateboard and wheels her ass out of the ring. Cora uses Brandon's cool spray in Roxy's eyes after hiding under the ring. So far, only unconventional weapon is the skateboard. Not so wild yet. Cora stuffs Roxy in trash cans and beats her out of the ring. She kind of lands head first outside on the trash can a little awkwardly while still in the trash can. Cora uses rope to rip at the face of Roxy on outside. Attempts to use a chain. Shit, the UPS guy is here with my man. I missed some of this match because I was getting my mangria. Cora and Roxy fight their way to the balcony.
So you really had a mangria moment then.
I had a legit moment. They fight on the balcony. Someone getting tossed off that shit, right? Shades of Ciampa and Gargano match from years prior. They both fall together because Roxy hesitated. You can see Cora do the I'm okay tap signal to Roxy. It's just kind of cool. They end up back in the ring. Roxy back body drops Cora on pile of chairs, then pop rocks her on top of the chairs for the win. It was a decent match. It's pretty decent. It was better than I thought it was going to be. I gave it 7 pretzels. I enjoyed this match. Sticks, what did you think of this Weapons Wild match?
I totally agree with you. I gave this 7 myself. I thought it was a good match. I don't know if you want to say it was a good follow-up. I mean, because it kind of brought a little bit back into the crowd after the Apollo Grayson match. I thought it was really good between both girls. I mean, there's chemistry there. You had the weird toss out with Roxanne and the garbage can outside the ring. But I liked it because a lot of people were like, why did she, instead of like tossing Cora out, why did she jump off with her? I mean, you saw the symmetry, like, because even at the end, like Cora's like, you were never my friend. And Roxy looked at her and said, you were always my friend. I like how they tied that in, how Roxy still was like, yeah, she was my best friend. Like I never thought of her as someone who was gonna, I never thought of her less than my friend. So I thought that was neat throughout the match. The action was good between both. So I thought it was a good match for both these girls. And that's why I gave it 7.
Julius Caesar, your thoughts? Did the weapons get wild enough for you?
Fuck no. But it was still a good match. So I gave it actually 7 in the salt. I thought it was a real good match between both ladies. You know, as we say, you know, when your friend's off camera, you know, you can get a little different. Like Cora was throwing shit and Roxy was smacking the fuck out of it. I was like, oh, bitch, can you stop them trash can lids? Them shits will fly like frisbee. You hit a goddamn fan in the front seat. Next thing you know, this nigga got tickets for life. So next time, you know, Galax act up and the police come in, now that Mexican man's going to jail because he got hit in the head with a fucking trash can. But I digress. That was a different show. We already covered that, you know. Miracles don't happen every day. I thought the spot off the top was cool. Yeah, giving the old tap, showing you're okay. Yeah, I wasn't mad at anything in the match. Everything, I think, flowed great. They had great stuff inside the ring, outside the ring. And yeah, like Stick said, you pull the drama and the story back into it. With them being friends, and then she hitting the old pop rocks for the dub. I even thought the skateboard was a great callback as well. That's where their friendship ended. Or I had the skateboard where they're still tag team champion. Roxy brings it out. Little, you know, little mind fuckery, if you will, to get up in there. And then yeah, Roxy hits the old pop rocks. I gave it 7 to salt. I was sports entertained, and I thought they had a great match.
Caesar, have you ever had pop rocks, or is that the lane of the white man?
I've had pop rocks before.
What'd you think? When was the last time you had them?
How the fuck would I know? It's been years. Well, it's been decades probably since I've had pop rocks.
I would say 20 years, maybe 25 years since I've had pop rocks.
Speaking of pop rocks, have you not been on my Instagram lately and watched my last reel?
Oh yeah. Follow. Well, I'll put the tags at the end.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude! I forgot that was an actual commercial.
That was fucking funny, dude. Oh my
That
god.
was an actual commercial. Sticks was like the first person to like it. Like,
Are you gonna change my grade? Well, this is gonna
Yeah.
take all day.
yeah, bitch hit him with the pop rock.
That was fucking awesome. Sticks, have you had pop rocks in the last 2 decades?
Yeah, I had them probably about 4 or 5 years ago, just because I always make it when I go to the gas station. I always like to take a trip down memory lane in the candy aisle. Like
Yeah, pop rocks at the gas station.
goddamn right they did. I don't remember
Iowa's
what gas
crazy.
station it was. I think it was one of those that like maybe one hobo town out of like 5 states has. But I first saw it, I'm like, you know what? I'll fucks with it. Let's try this out. Yeah, it still wasn't too bad. I don't mind it. I didn't mind it. I was huge. I mean, it's like that. That shit, when you see that shit, brings back nostalgia. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. Let's do this shit while I'm driving down the road. So it wasn't bad. I didn't mind it.
My trip down memory lane is a Big League 2 and
Yeah.
and the Mamba. Remember Mamba?
Hell yeah.
There's
My God, I still pick that shit up for my girlfriend. I still
They're
pick that shit up for my girlfriend. She loves Mambas.
they're the poor man Starburst.
Yeah.
Goddamn right.
They're still good.
Oh God, you right. They are.
Sticks, you my boy, so I'm gonna give you a pass on that. But you said my girlfriend still loves Mamba, and I was about to be like, that black Mamba. Yeah,
Yeah.
she love that shit.
Yeah.
Huh?
She's a Devin Booker fan, so that's kind of.
They all are. God, what is with white women and Devin Booker? What the fuck? What the fuck? You know,
Up next, fucking Chucky has shown up 3 times tonight, but not in the Grayson and Apollo match. Fuck you, Cabbage Patch Ginger. Shotzi and Beetlejuice gear all excited in the ring. Lizzo Dust as a fat ass banana. So racist. Wendy Williams out to interrupt.
it'd only be racist if he was a monkey.
Wendy
They would have done it like the fucking Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, flying monkey.
The
Flying
Wiz.
monkey.
host.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to have a SmackDown chick as the host. Shotzi attacks. Lizzo Dust screams "World Star," and time was officially killed. This Tuesday, we're gonna find out who Red Riding Hood is. Ceizar, do you want to, or Sticks? Either of you want to comment on that? Shotzi, Beetlejuice, Wendy Williams, or guesses on Red Riding Hood?
Got no clue.
Up next, it's the ambulance match. It's Julius Creed versus Damon, armed with Julius' chair. That better be in the next game, because Ceizar is going to be having that whooping everyone's ass.
Everyone's monkey ass. Just spray paint a chair.
Julius going Green Goblin on Damon's ass, tossing pumpkins and fucking him up. Julius trying to get this done quick, but Damon uses crutch to prevent ambulance door to shut. The action once again finds its way to announce desk. This is the strongest announce desk they've ever had in the history of
They
WWE.
built this shit for tough.
Back to ambulance. Damon slams ambulance door on Julius's head and shoulder. Julius kicks the door in Damon's face. Damon Uranagi to Julius on the steel steps and ring. Linda's wheelchair used to trap Damon as Julius shoves him face first in the ring steps that were in ring. Stretcher comes into play as well. Julius throws ring bell at Damon, who blocks it with Julius' chair. He then launches it at fucking Julius. I don't know where it landed. Hopefully, it didn't kill another fan.
Yeah.
Damon tosses Julius in laundry cart and rams him into the ambulance. Tosses him in, but Julius blocks door with his hands multiple times. A burst of adrenaline. Julius then starts fucking him up. Julius attacks with Julius' chair, another JC, multiple times. Book calls him Aaron Judge. Jesus clothesline Julius' chair into Damon's face and tosses him in the ambulance for the win. No Roddy. The Diamond Mines celebrate. A pretty damn good ambulance match. I gave it 7 pretzels with the mustard. Ceizar, so what did you think of the ambulance match?
So I gave it 7 as well, but I just gave it a straight 7. Yes, it was a really good match, and I did enjoy the match, but these motherfuckers was getting a little bit too careless going around, throwing the chairs. It looked like a lot of the shots they were hitting for real, or just they wanted to make it look, I guess, tough and stiff. And totally fine with that. But then a lot of it seemed like it was just drawn up on adrenaline because they were hitting each other pretty hard. Yeah, the spot, that motherfucker's crazy. That's some white people crazy shit. The spot where he slammed his fucking hands in the door.
That was painful to watch.
I want to know if there was like some kind of like rubber adhesive inside the door, just because we couldn't see at the angle. So maybe it didn't like, hurt as bad. I know he had one hand like taped up. I mean, like I'm all for you. Like you want to do what you want to do for like, but no need to like try to seriously injure yourself for making spots look cool. That's kind of some check and see if Sting is around. That's kind of some ATW shit. Doing spots for spots.
He said it. Get him, Sting.
Yeah, I bet your crack ass would, you bitch. So for that, I took a little. Yeah. You can't even say the dumb shit.
What's his address?
Yeah, you can't even say the dumb shit you want to say. But no, I thought it was kind of like some of those just spots for spots. Yeah, throwing. Look, you can throw regular chairs, but don't go throwing them 5-point fucking announcer chairs. What's wrong with y'all? And even when they were throwing each other on the tables, they were just like throwing each other crazy. Like there was no like nice place to laugh. There's no way to. Why injure yourself possibly and shorten your career for one match? So especially with like no title on the line or anything. So for that, I gave it a 7. I thought it was a good match, but I thought maybe on this one they need to tone it down a little bit and be a little safer. Because no one wants to see you have some crazy ass match and then you end up on the shelf for 8 months. That's what happens when you sign that other contract. This you need to keep around, stay around. But yeah, other than that, I thought it was a good match.
Well, Sticks, I mean, you can't imagine that the match that Brutus and Damon are gonna have. Like Brutus is gonna feel sorry for him and be like, "Look, I'll just end this quick because I saw what happened to you."
Yeah.
What do you think of this ambulance match?
I gave this 7 in the salt. I thought this was a good match. I thought it was a good match for both guys as singles. I mean, we hadn't seen Damon in a singles match very much. I think we saw this might be like his second or third singles match. This was really good. I mean, they put the Julius can show. He's got the swagger. He's got the confidence as being the guy in that tag team, and it shined in this singles match for him. This was really good. Both guys, like Ceizar said, they pulled no punches. I mean, they legit looked like they hated each other the way they were going at each other with this match, which I kind of like, because every once in a while, if you watch some matches, you can kind of see someone pull up on like maybe a chair shot or anything like that. So like they went all in on that they didn't like each other and that they both hate each other. But this was a really good match for both guys. 7 in the salt. Creed brothers, they're still in NXT now. Damon Kemp's gotta go back to the lab and figure out where everything went wrong and go forward as a singles guy.
Well, Ceizar, they must be best friends because they did not hold back on each other.
These motherfuckers was hitting.
As the ambulance was leaving, we had that $100,000 fucking car show up with Alba and Mandy. They came back to the arena for the NXT Women's Championship match. It's Mandy Rose versus Alba Fire. I can't imagine this match lasting too long. Mandy has a lot of fight left in her. Book says Mandy looking good. Gigi and JC Ubered from Haunted House to arena, I'm assuming.
I gotta take a bitch phone.
Vic says someone should check on Wade the Fade.
Oh, because Mandy was getting that ass whipped.
After he's beaten off 4 times, he's now probably worried for Mandy. Alba with the swanton and cover, but Toxic A pulled the ref out. Alba takes out Toxic A, but they knock the ref out. Alba with the gory bomb, but no ref. Toxic A attack. Mandy running knee for the retain. The numbers game always wins. I gave it 5 pretzels for the match, but I enjoyed the Haunted House a little bit more. 7 pretzels for the Haunted House. Sticks, what'd you think of this women's championship match?
As a whole, even with the Haunted House segments of that, I gave it a 6. You knew when they took off with Gigi and JC yelling in front of the Haunted House they were gonna somehow find a way to make it back to at least try to help Mandy win. The culmination of this, you had the fuckery with JC and Gigi come back, ref getting knocked out. Alba doing everything she needed to do to win, gets the finisher, but no ref, and Mandy being able to take advantage with the numbers, hits the kiss from a rose or kiss by a rose, got the 1, 2, 3. Not a bad women's match. I mean, I probably would have had it maybe. I don't know if I would have had it this far up in the card, but obviously with the women's championship, that you gotta. It's the top women's title in NXT, so I understand it. But
I gave the illusion that bitch was driving for a while to get back to the rank.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. I mean, but I gave it 6. I mean, it was an okay match. From all the segments of the match, it wasn't too bad. I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. So 6.
Well, Ceizar, if you think about it, Mandy, Alba, Gigi, and JC got the most screen time of
out of anybody.
Havoc. What did you think of this NXT women? That shows you how much they love them. That they got that much time. But what did you think of this championship match?
I gave it 6 in the mustard. I thought it was a pretty good match as well. So I thought Sonya Deville would be at the arena because Gigi and JC got left, or like somehow Sonya would just go pick them up and then bring them all back. Either way, they made their way back. And then the match was always fine. You know, Mandy ain't been having bad matches since she's been in NXT. She's had some pretty solid ass matches, especially defending her title. And then she won it at a Halloween Havoc, so of course she still gets the victory here. It was 60-40 for me when I was picking the voting. In that video I sent you guys, I thought Alba might be the one to do it because I was like, oh no, she won it at a Halloween Havoc. So maybe they'll pull that trigger and make her lose it at a Halloween Havoc. But no, I thought it was a good match. And overall, I gave it 6 plus.
If I would have had Styx pick first, we would have tied Ceizar because Styx made a very compelling argument for his vote. I was like, fuck, that's exactly what's going to happen. Roxy,
I watched
Roxy
back the video.
will dethrone Mandy.
Yeah, I watched back the video and I was like, damn, see Styx on that same page. You know what I'm talking about.
Next, Zoe and Nikita with Kenzie. They hyped. The Hard R's approach, excited as well. They're off to test the sturdiness of that 15 feet of dick. And now it's time for the main event for the NXT Championship. Ceizar's beer cheese match. It's Jan Maker versus Dragunov versus Humongous Dome. He's done violating the NXT logo. Now, Braun takes a shovel to the cardboard tombstones of Dragunov and JD. Dragunov and Braun both want to beat down JD. They butt heads over it. Dragunov and JD chop each other's nipples off. JD is impressive as always. Braun's timing is way off on the Dragunov JD wrestling leg sweep spot. JD sneaking in, ruining Braun's momentum is pretty damn funny. That's what you do when you want to cheat in the fucking 2K video game. You wait for the two guys to do all the work, then you sneak in. Dragunov with the hammer and anvil elbows to JD. Regal is currently rubbing one out to this, using Excalibur's mask to clean up his English pudding. Dragunov going coast to coast on JD and Braun in the corner. JD just watches Dragunov and Braun fight, then applauds when they kill each other. JD then ping pong between the two. Braun and Dragunov then face off again until Humongous uses that wrecking ball head to clobber Braun in the face. Braun Frankensteiner's JD off the top rope into Dragunov, who turns it into a sit-down powerbomb. These three then beat the holy hell out of each other. What a fucking match. This is Braun Breaker's best match since he's been in NXT because of Dragunov and fucking
easily.
Braun needs to thank these two for this match. Dragunov's stiff-ass forearm to Braun laying on mat. 450 by JD to Dragunov. Brainbuster to Braun by JD. Jesus, Braun Germans Dragunov, who was holding on to JD, making JD just flip over and land on his face. Braun near fall after Gorilla Press power slam to Dragunov, but that old wily JD tossed him out for a 2 3/4. Dragunov counters Braun's spear with a knee, hits senton, torpedo, almost a 3 count, but that wily JD catches the ref's arm. Running Spanish fly by JD to Dragunov on the outside. Book has a massive hard on for JD. Oh, this boy got potential.
Yeah.
Dragunov.
This boy just made my top 5.
Dragunov torpedo to JD, and when he lands on the outside, his head fucking bounced off the floor, which I told Ceizar in the chat that was it for him. Braun and Dragunov fight it out in the ring. Braun counters torpedo into spear for the win and retain. Shit. The social experiment failed, Sticks. But man, it was really difficult not to give this one the beer cheese. Only because Braun retained. I hate that fuck. But respectably, I gave it 8 pretzels with the mustard. Ceizar, your thoughts on the main events for Halloween?
This match, yeah, as you said, this nigga Braun, he needs to go in the back, punch Cora Jade in the face, and at the same time suck the dick of Humongous Dome and the damn Czar at the same damn time. Because this was his best match ever in the history of NXT. And while I hate the person who won, I hate it. I saw it coming. Soon as you know what? You know why this match got the beer cheese? You know why this match got the beer cheese? The JD said he was going to do exactly what he did. He let them fight each other at times. He let them beat each other up at times. And that spot where he jumped back in the ring and caught the ref's hand and said he was going to mentally defeat these guys. And the look on the Czar's face when he caught that shit. JD gave this shit the beer cheese. It wasn't Braun, it wasn't the Czar, and we know how much I like the Czar. It was fucking JD and the shit he was doing.
The crowd was cheering for fucking JD.
Yeah, they were cheering for the Humongous. They were cheering for the Czar. They were cheering for anybody but Braun. Nobody cares about Braun. Braun piece of shit. He needs to go away. But yes, every time JD thought he had the Czar with the devil inside, the Czar he hit him with the 2 Germans, and then Braun came in. Then they did the double German, I guess. Yeah, when that fucker he hit Braun. No, Braun hit the Czar, but the Czar Czar hit Braun, went for the pin, kicked out. As soon as he kicked out, JD hit the 450.
Yeah.
Damn, these spots were good. These were great spots with perfect timing. Yeah, like you said, Braun was fucking it up half the time because he ain't got perfect time. But he's still in year 1? He's still in year 1. But these guys were showing you how great they were. And if you didn't watch NXT UK, but you got the cock, get your bitch ass back up there and go watch this shit. Because if JD, if fucking Nathan, if fucking Axiom, aka A-Kid, if fucking Tyler Drava, and fucking the Czar, and fucking Gunther, back when he was known as Walter, won't doing it for you, you's a punk ass bitch, you don't know shit about wrestling. Them boys, and the legend himself, Stallion Pete, won't doing it for you. Get your bitch ass on the cock. Just start from fucking episode 1 and watch you stupid bitch on your day off. Because them shits crackers was putting on classics. They was putting on bangers upon bangers upon bangers upon bangers before it was a thing. And that other fucker's from there too. He was putting on bangers with Stallion Pete before you knew what bangers on bangers were. Shit, classic banger you know was probably prom night, knocking in the back seat when you only had 5 minutes of stroke with your bitch ass because the old girl had the gorilla grip and you didn't know what the fuck you were doing. But anyway, this match was so damn good. And now, Mangria, Troy, put up the intro because you know what's coming. It's the season premiere and it's about to go down.
Now double your money and make it stack. I'm on to the next one. On to the next.
Tangent of the week.
See, this is what's wrong with fucking NXT. You got a fucking 10-star match with two great guys and a guy who's all right, but he's boring as shit. And the Czar said it himself the moment before. We only talked about highlights, so we didn't talk about the whole show. If you want to watch the whole show, get on the cock, watch that shit. But the last triple threat this fucker was in, he lost the title. And he should have lost the title this week. Going into that match, I was with the Czar. The 100%, you got to give it to the Czar. During that match, that fucker JD won me over. He won me over, and I was 50-50. I didn't care who won that piece of shit. So for the guys keeping it home, NXT likes to play these games where shit happens. Melo lost his title win at the last 5-man ladder match last year around WrestleMania. That's when Melo missed, and he lost. What happened this time? A 5-man ladder match, and he lost again. Keep it in theme. Mandy won that title at Halloween Havoc, and then she won her title again this time at Halloween Havoc. And then you could have completed the fucking set. You could have gave the fucking people what they fucking wanted. You could have brought back the Czar, who never lost his title. He had an injury. He had to give it up. The titles refused. It should have been the Czar versus fucking Braun. But it was Tyler Driver. They had a great match because Tyler Driver's the fucking man, and we know that shit. And then you finally had a triple threat. You finally had the dumb Braun make the comment of Uncle Scott doing the math. You finally had all this shit leading up perfect, and you gave it to Dolph last out of anybody. Shitty. But anybody, you gave it to Dolph. You mean to tell me you couldn't give it to Humongous Dome? Give him his first heavyweight title. That man was playing those crackers for 3 weeks, doing the mind games, flipping him out. Even Kevin Owens called him creepy fucking week before. And even he stepped to the back and they fought each other. And then he just caught a headbutt from the Czar. The Czar gave it to a fucking Braun Breaker as well. And then you had it perfectly lined up. We could have won that match. Don't get me wrong. This match is great for false finishes, spots, everything. You had some of the best false finishes, the best spots, and you give it back to this boring bitch. And what are you going to do with him? What can you? He is literally beating everybody there. Literally, you made it perfect for Melo. Melo, when he beat Ricochet, had jerseys outside the ring, and then what happened? He lost to Solo, and then what happened? You put it in a ladder match, and he didn't win it back. Smart fucking play. But you want to do this dumb shit with Braun week after week. He's beating everybody week after week. And now he literally has no competition left. Unless it's Melo. Unless Melo moves up. Tony D's hurt. He can't fight him. He already beat the cracker in Jism, who's hot garbage. He whooped his monkey ass. Was Cameron Grimes just going to pay him to take the belt off? I don't know. And then go to the moon and jerk off on it? Fuck if I know. That's the only other option we got. No, well, that's right. I forgot. He beat Cameron Grimes, so he can't even pay him to take the belt off on some bullshit. Now you have dudes like the Czar and JD. If you have the Czar one-on-one and he wins, I'm not going to like it as much because this match was great. A one-on-one with the Czar would be good. It's probably not going to beat this match because we know Braun is yawn and he's shit. The only chance you had was having Braun win this, maybe having a one-on-one, having Braun lose this, maybe having a one-on-one with whoever won, which could have been in December or January, and then have Braun go into the Rumble and then like show up on Raw or SmackDown. Maybe having a good show to get him strong in the Rumble and then show up on Raw or SmackDown. And then he's done. That's totally fine. There's a new champion in NXT. Y'all dropped the bag on this. And yes, I did say this was the best match of the night, and it's because of 2/3 of the people in this match, not because of that fucker who still owns the title. That is complete shit. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Y'all had the perfect match. It could have had the perfect ending with this fucking pay-per-view, and you shit the bed. You fumbled the bag. I'd rather you had nigga on nigga in the main event, you crusty-eyed bitch. But no, you got this cracker yawn. Put that eye down, man. I see you grabbing for it. Put that goddamn eye down. You got this boring-ass cracker who's just going to come out again. I told you. Over my dead body. Oh my God, shoot this nigga. Shoot this nigga in the middle of the ring, and I can turn this fucking wrestling shit off. I can quit spending my Sundays talking to you assholes and watch football. shoot this nigga in the ring so I can retire from watching wrestling. The shit is baller. That's all I got to say about that.
That being said, Ceizar has no thoughts on the subject. Sticks, we're coming. Bring us home on Halloween Havoc here, the main event.
Well, I gave this 8 in the mustard, and this match was good. I mean, like Ceizar and yourself has said, 2/3 of these guys fucking showed up, showed out. And like we had talked about going into this, if you're not going to pull the trigger on the title change, then win. Like, what is your, like, even as a fan of Mello, it's not going to be that good as if you would have pulled it now. Like Ceizar just said, if you go with Dragunov, like I think they announced they got one more NXT Premium Live event in December. Like if you better have an ace in the sleeve, something that's going to be like, oh fuck, this is going to be good. If you don't have that, then you dropped the ball, you fucked up, and whatever you're going to choose to do with it isn't going to be as good as what you would have done if you would have pulled the trigger at Halloween Havoc. I mean, this guy, you could have had him lose. You could have had him come back maybe like in a week or two, go one-on-one, get his rematch. Then you could have had him lose, and you could have had him sail off to either the main roster, or you could have had him off TV leading up to the Royal Rumble. And then make a huge debut at the Royal Rumble, be like one of the top last 4 or 5 guys left, and then choose which brand you want him on, have him show up that following Monday or Friday, and then you roll with it. But what is it? What is it you're gonna pull? What's the card that you got here for this? Because Dragunov and Jumunga's Dome were the 2 brightest spots of this. Like you said, Jumunga's Dome, he told you what he was going to do. He called his shot, and he did it every time he could in that match. And Dragunov, like Ceizar said, if you haven't watched fucking UK, you go back and watch it because you knew what you were going to get with this guy. I mean, this guy went toe-to-toe with fucking Gunther, a.k.a. Walter, and fucking stood up to the guy. I mean, he beat him to become UK champion. If you're not going to pull the trigger on him winning that, then what is it? Because if this guy faces Gunther, Gunther's going to fucking eat him for lunch and then fucking probably shit him out and then eat that back again for fucking supper. This guy, Gunther, would fucking destroy him. And you're building this guy as like the biggest unstoppable force in NXT. And he's not. Like, he's not. So... But outside of that, the match was good. 2/3 of the match, 2/3 of the participants were fucking awesome. And with that, I gave it 8 in the mustard.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, on last week's show, we all made predictions. And pulling out the dub by 1 point, Julius Caesar has won predictions. Sir, what are our assignments?
All right.
For this payoff?
So I got 4 matches pulled up. I'm gonna need you guys to watch. And I did this so you guys could have some fun. Have some extreme fun with it. But I'm gonna need you to flip. I'm gonna need y'all to pick heads or tails. Call Father Fiddy again.
Father Fiddy. Back to the spot. Okay.
Oh, so I got the Peacock pulled up because, as you know, I've been watching the Miami game, so I got to get back to my screenshots. So somebody's gonna get 2 matches, and somebody's gonna get the other 2 matches. I'm just gonna need you. Hold on. Yep. All right. So Sticks, how about this? You call. What do you want, heads or tails?
I'm a tails man.
All right. Angry, flip the cone. See what it is.
All right.
These tails or your heads?
Tails.
All right. So Sticks, your homework, sir. I'll tell you how I
don't know if I like this, but you already laughing before starting.
I'm gonna tell y'all what I looked up. So Sticks, what are your matches? I checked the Peacock.
No.
I checked the Peacock on before. That's what I was doing earlier. Mangria thought I was AEW. I was checking Peacock to make sure these pay-per-views are up there. They are all four up there. Sticks, one of your matches is Bret Hart versus Stang. Halloween Havoc 1998.
Oh.
All right. Your second match is Randy Savage versus George the Animal Steel.
Oh, Jesus.
WrestleMania 2.
Wow.
All right. Mangria. One of your matches is Stang versus Hulk Hogan. Starrcade 1997.
Oh, wow. The shittiest payoff of all time. Wait, what was Starrcade?
Starrcade 97.
97?
Yes, sir.
7? Okay.
Stang and Hogan. Your other match is Triple H versus Big Papa Pump. Royal Rumble
Nice.
2003.
I have that on DVD.
So, gentlemen, I looked up some of the worst matches in wrestling history, and all four of those are on that list because I cannot wait to see how creative you get in the Twitter comments.
Did you watch him? Did you watch
No,
this?
fuck no, I didn't watch these matches.
You think he's gonna watch these punishments he's dishing out? Fuck no. Come
Look,
on.
look.
We can
I
make
looked
up
up-
whatever we want, Sticks, and you'll just be like, what?
Oh no, I'm getting fucking litty, and then I'm hitting fucking Twitter sphere.
The gobbledygooker fucked up Hogan?
Yeah, you know what, Mangria? You bring up a good point. I am off for the next couple of days. Maybe I'll skim through some of these matches. But these are supposed to be. These are like 3-star rated matches.
Why don't you watch
You
them when we just let us know when your day off is and when you're at home, and we will live tweet them.
Oh,
as
no,
you
no,
watch
no.
them.
Actually, just tell me when you're going to start live tweeting,
Okay.
and I will watch the match. I will watch whatever match when I get home, or if I am off work, I will watch that shit, and then just follow along with your tweets while I'm watching that shit. That's what I really want. I want you to get creative with how disgustingly horrible these these matches probably are.
God, that
Apparently,
but Sting-
apparently Scott Steiner and Triple H got 18 minutes. And the guy who wrote it was shitting on it the whole entire time. That Randy Savage, George Animal Steel got like 3 stars out of 10. It's supposed to be, yeah, you actually called it. You said, oh, one of the worst payoffs. Yeah. So I just want to see the Twitter comments. Because when I do these for y'all, I try to write some funny shit in there sometimes or get creative, and I just get lit watching these shits. So I know these matches are bad. Hopefully you get a little lit. Hopefully you get a little creative with the Twitter comments, and I get a laugh as well. And yeah, I will watch these with your Twitter comments. That's the whole point. I just want to watch them with the Twitter comments to see what you were saying, to see how ignorant it gets in the ring with these guys mixing it up. I mean, you would think Bret Hart and Stang would be all right in '98. Apparently, it's really shit. So I just wanted to see a bad Bret Hart match, and it just happened to sort of be Stang. So I gave you 1 Stang apiece. Then the other 2 are just wild cards.
I'm definitely gonna follow along with the George the Animal Steel Macho Man one because I'm curious.
I'm curious.
As fuck. Well,
I'm gonna have to buy some fucking Hennessy to fucking make it.
You damn right. That reverse kryptonite.
reverse
Right.
kryptonite for Sticks. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in for the season premiere of the Tripod. Hopefully, one of these days, Gretzky will resurface and join us once again. But
He eventually has to graduate, right?
we're
He has to
he'll
pay
be
for my
graduating.
goddamn fucking punishment. He still owes me like 20 hours of Raw by now.
An entire season of Raw has to be tweeted by Gretzky. Well, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And until next time, big ups to Stallion Pete.